99% of you will scroll past this video, but God stopped you right here. And that is not a coincidence. That is a sign. Because I believe with everything in me, you are closer than you think. And what God is about to show you in the next few minutes will prove it. Stay with me until the very end. Drop A in the comments right now if you feel like you are close to your breakthrough, but something keeps holding you back. Because what I am about to share is going to change everything. Have you ever noticed the number 40 in the Bible? It shows up everywhere. Noah, 40 days of rain. But on day 41, the rain stopped. The Israelites, 40 years in the wilderness. But on year 41, they stepped into the promised land. Jesus, 40 days of fasting and temptation. But on day 41, the devil fled and angels came. Do you see it? 40 is always the hard season, the painful season, the waiting season. But 41 to 41 is always the breakthrough, always the miracle, always the answer. And here is what God wants you to know today. You might be in your 40 right now, but your 41 is closer than you think. And here is something that will completely change how you see your waiting season. The devil attacks the hardest when you are the closest. Think about that. He does not waste his energy on people who are far from their breakthrough. He attacks the ones who are almost there. So if things have been getting harder lately, if the pressure has been increasing, if it feels like everything is falling apart right before something is supposed to come together, that is not a sign that God has forgotten you. That is a sign that you are getting close. You could be one prayer away, one day away, one decision away. Do not give up now. Please wait right now. If this is already speaking to something real inside you, hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. Every single week we bring you messages that will keep your faith strong when life gets hard. Subscribe right now, because what I am about to share next will show you exactly what God does when you are close. God is not making you wait to make things difficult. God is making you wait to make you ready. Because while you are waiting on God, God is working on you. Stop questioning the timing of the same God who has never once missed a single sunrise. Think about that. Every single morning for thousands of years, the sun has risen. Not once has God been late. Not once has he forgotten. If God is that faithful with something as simple as the sunrise, how much more faithful is he going to be with your life? Abraham waited 25 years. Moses waited 40 years. Joseph waited 13 years in a pit and in prison. David waited 15 years after being anointed king. Jesus waited 30 years before his ministry began. Over 90% of Jesus' entire life was a waiting season. If the Son of God spent 90% of his life waiting, then best believe, we are going to have to wait too. Delay is not denial. Resistance is not rejection. And waiting is never wasted. Now let me show you the most important thing in this entire video. There is a moment in the Bible where God promises the Israelites the promised land, and they are standing right at the edge of it. They are so close. Moses sends 12 spies to scout the land for 40 days. They go in, and it is an incredible land, milk and honey, huge grapes, everything God promised. But there are also giants, and after 40 days, the spies come back, but they do not all have the same report. 10 of them are terrified. They say, "We cannot do this. The giants are too big. We look like grasshoppers compared to them." But 2 of them, Joshua and Caleb, saw the exact same land, the exact same giants, but they had a completely different report. Caleb stood up and said, "Let us go right now and take this land. We can absolutely do this. God is on our side." Same land, same giants. 2 completely different perspectives, and here's what happened. The people who believed the negative report died in the wilderness. They never made it. The only ones who stepped into the promised land were the ones who believed God's report. So let me ask you right now, which report have you been believing about your life? The negative report, "It is too late, I am too far gone, nothing is ever going to change." Or God's report, "I am close, my breakthrough is coming, my promise is on the way." I want you to type in the comments, "I am close." Just those 3 words. I am close. Because there is power in declaration. Every person who types "I am close" right now is declaring to God, "I believe, I trust you. I am not giving up." Type it right now, IAM, close, and watch what God does next in your life. And here is the final thing I want to leave you with today. A baby develops in the womb for 40 weeks. And did you know? The most important development happens in that final stretch, right before birth. And every mother knows, the hardest, most intense, most painful part of labor comes right at the very end. Right before the miracle arrives. Right before the baby comes. The pain gets the worst. Right before the breakthrough. So whatever you are going through right now, whatever season you are in, maybe the reason it has been so hard lately is because you are almost there. You are in labor, and your miracle is about to arrive. Your breakthrough is coming. Your promise is on the way. God has not forgotten you. God has not changed his mind about you. You are closer than you think. Do not give up today. Share this video with one person who needs to hear that they are close. Subscribe to this channel for weekly messages that will keep your faith strong. And type 1am close one more time in the comments. God bless you. Keep going. You are almost there.